Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So we got something sent over from Source Sky, something that I'm a bit curious about. We've got the new V10 Generation 5 or G5 Hobbywing motor. This is a 17.5 turn, it does say torque motor. So let's bring you in for a close-up look and see if we can spot anything different on this, see if they've changed the design and everything on the what looks to be the Generation 5 of the little V10 Hobbywing motors. So first off, it does say it's a V10 G5 censored brushless motor. We do have on the box 17.5 turn torque, says suitable for 1/10, 1/12 competition vehicles. If we flick the box over, we've got a full part number of a V10 17.5 turn black G5 torque. So we do have a few other things on the box. It does say 15% more ventilation for better heat dissipation, and also it's designed for 10th scale racing, and compared to the 4th Gen R, it's an 8.5% weight reduction. So yeah, same power and less weight apparently. We do have the hologram with the scratch off to prove that it's a genuine Hobbywing. Let's have a look. I'm always interested to see what you get in the box with what, as in the motors and the sort of sensor cables. Do they come with the motors? Do they come with the ESCs? And be interesting to see what Hobbywing's doing with the sticker situation. And it's not looking like we get many stickers. We do get some little shims. We get 2 little shims in here. Be interesting if it shows you in instructions what they're for. And nice to see. So I can answer, we do get a sensor cable. And if I quickly have a look at this one for you, let's see what length we get. So tip to tip, it is exactly 5.9 inch or 150 millimeters tip to tip on the plug. If you're going just by the wire itself, let's see if I can get this pretty accurate for you. So we're looking at around 49 millimeters, and that would be around 5.65 inch. Do like the fact that we get the sensor cable with it. Now if we look at the motor itself, yeah, this is very different from quite a few Hobbywing motors I'm used to seeing. Definitely far more open. Certainly something to consider if you're running this in a vehicle where you've got a lot of dust or debris. Not sure how it would fare on some of the carpet tracks as well. I know in the past I've seen motors burn out on carpet tracks that are shedding a lot of carpet, so tracks that are getting a little bit long in tooth and the carpet piles sort of dying. Definitely the first Hobbywing motor I've had that's wrapped up. So we do have some tape around it. I have seen, not so much Hobbywing, but I have seen motors in the past where in shipping they've got a bit of condensation in them, and it can make a sort of a little bit of surface corrosion. So I'm wondering if they're doing it for that, or if they don't want this to get marked up or scratched in shipping. Very strong on the magnets. So yeah, definitely you can definitely feel them. It's definitely going to be a torquey motor. We've got plenty of space to solder to. We got the adjustable end cap with the timing markings, and we do have the ABC legend on the top. So I definitely like that. Let's have a look, see if we've got any specs in the instructions, and see if it alludes to what the little shims are for. I'm thinking possibly just to pop on the output shaft. So we do get a full strip down diagram for the motor itself, which is very useful. And I'm not seeing anywhere where it tells you where the shim is, where the shims go. even on the breakdown diagram. Are the shims for the actual shaft, or are they to give you some spacing for the screws when you mount it? They do fit perfect on the actual shaft, so are they to space that, or are they to put on your screws to space that? Who knows? It doesn't seem to tell us, but they do fit on these shafts, so maybe they're for that. If you're aware of where they go or what they're used for, drop a comment below. It's certainly nothing that I've come across before, but we've got a few specs of it. So if we look at the 17.5 turn torque motor, it's a no load kV rating of 3000, as resistance is 0.0342 ohms, as no load current is 5 amp. We've got a length and diameter of 38.5 mil or 1.41 inch. Length is 51.5 millimeter or 2.03 inch. As shaft diameter, as always on these, is 3.175, and as length is 15 millimeters, and in inch that's 0.125 inch for the diameter and 0.95 inch for the length. They're a dual pole motor, weight is 138 grams, and it's designed for stock racing. Does warn you, as always, plug in the sensor cable and make sure the A wire is to A, B to B, C to C. So it does say we have motor end bell timing adjustment of 20 to 60 degrees. You can adjust the motor timing after loosening the 2 screws on the end, so just loosen those 2. And then adjust the timing as needed according to the white mark or lines on the rear of the motor. So not sure how well that'll show up on camera, but basically you do have a tiny white line right down in the middle. So the tiny white line is around there. Not sure how well I can get that. And then you've got your 20 to 60 degree timing, and I would definitely need my glasses to read that. But yeah, you do have adjustable timing on it. So it says adjust it with the white line on the end bell, tighten the screws, obtain optimal performance, can change the output range characteristics of the power system through adjusting motor timing, and timing is 43 degrees by default, which is nice to know. As shown on the picture, turn it clockwise to reduce timing, counterclockwise can increase timing. Increasing the timing can increase the motor speed and RPM, whilst also increasing motor temperature. So as always with it, there's always a trade-off. More timing will make the motor top RPM faster but produce more heat. Please ensure your ESC is properly programmed before setting motor timing, and it does say check the ESC's manual. After the timing adjustment, please ensure your motor will not overheat while running, and you're not going to cook your battery, so just make sure it's not pulling too many amps. Motor temperatures can be obtained by reading the data in the ESC, because it's a fully censored motor, so it will send the data back through the sensor cable for the motor temp if you're running a decent Hobbywing ESC. If temperature's too high, let the motor cool down, test again. If temperature's still too high, then reduce the timing or increase the FDR. That is to replace the pinion with fewer teeth or a spur with more teeth. So basically give your motor a bit of an easier time. It does say sensor fine-tuning. The sensor sub-assembly inside the motor has 3 screws that are visibly external. These screws are marked A, B and C, and they are used to fine-tune the sensor alignment on the Hall sensor, Hall phase symmetry when tested on a Hobbywing tunalizer. Something that I've not looked into that, but yeah, apparently if you've got the Hobbywing kit to monitor it, you can tune these. So yeah, if we're looking for the legends for wiring, you've got A, B, C, and then if you look at the legends for the adjustment screws, the Allen keys are right down inside, but you've got A, B and C. So A, B and C. Quite nice that they've lined C up with C on the power feed, so your motor wires. So yeah, I like the way they've done that, and then it gives you the tip that that's C anyway, because that would be confusing. If that was C and that was A, that I could see confusing people. So yeah, at least they've thought that one through. The Hobbywing motor tuning kit, the tunalizer or whatever they want to call it, not something I've got at the moment, but maybe we need to get one on channel. It does give you recommendations for your final drive ratio as well. So 17.5 turn on a small track, it advises 4. Touring car big track, it says no. Two-wheel drive off-road 6.3, four-wheel drive NA. So I'm not sure whether NA means don't use it, or they don't advise using it. But yeah, certainly for a small touring car track, it advises an FDR of 4 and a two-wheel drive off-road 6.3. Certainly gives us a look and an idea. Curious to know where you've been using these shims. Doesn't say in the manual unless I missed it. Nice to see that we do get a sensor cable with this. And yeah, that is a pretty looking motor. So that's just a first look at the Hobbywing V10 G5 17.5 turn torque motor. Now, up to now, I have had extremely good luck with Hobbywing motors and speed controllers, as in every single one that I've ever bought or been sent is still working. But yeah, I'm sure there's people who comment that they've had them blow up or motors melt. But up to now, for me, they have been an absolute solid go-to in the race RCs, the bashers and all sorts. But let's wrap this one up. So there we have it, the new Hobbywing V10 G5 motor. Now, prices on this one, UK price around £110. American price, I think it's around $136. So yeah, really nice motor, available from SourceSky. If you want to save a bit of money, I always put the SourceSky discount code in the description below, along with link for this. So yeah, big shout out to guys at SourceSky for sending me this, but thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.